Sometimes in life you get a sense that there is a storm on the horizon. And here at Norwich, although things are going reasonably well, results on the pitch are seemingly indicating that there is a catastrophe waiting to happen. We need to stop that now. Let's go and kick some balls. Hello and welcome back to Norwich, part 25, season 4, in the Ferguson save set in the future. And today we will be playing two games. We will be away at Alanyaspor in the Champions League, and we will be away at Liverpool in the Premier League. Two very big games again that I would hope that we can get a decent amount of points from. And in the Premier League, we are sitting in third place. We have played 14 games, we have 29 points, and we are 2 points behind leaders Newcastle. But results on the pitch have not been very good of late, and I do have concerns that we may well be going into a period of decline, that a catastrophe is not too far around the corner. We have a very small squad. There are only 24 players in this squad, and whilst we are rotating as much as we can, fixtures are just coming thick and fast, and results on the pitch are showing that we may be having some problems at the moment. It is really important that we get good results from these two games today. I feel very confident that we can beat Alanyaspor, but you never know in Football Manager, and I'm not so confident that we will do well away at Liverpool. But before we get into all that, if you are brand new to the channel, you like FM content, and you love to see people suffer playing this game, you're definitely in the right place. So why not subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow. Help us to support the very worthwhile cause that you can see scrolling up above. This channel has been set up to support the British Heart Foundation. And so, what is causing me all this concern? Let's take a look at what has happened on the pitch since you were last here. And when you were last here, you can see that we were flying, and we beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League using the new system that we're using. We beat them, I thought, fairly comfortably, even though the score was only 1-0. We then drew 0-0 at home with Manchester City, again a decent result, and then we followed that up with a 2-0 victory against Sunderland in the EFL Cup 4th round. But it started to fall apart from there, and we had a 2-2 draw against Tottenham in the Premier League, and that was followed by a 1-1 draw in the Champions League against Inter. We then followed that with a 3-1 victory against Sunderland, again, in the Premier League, and that was followed by a dismal 3-3 draw. After leading 3-1, we were pulled back to 3-3, and it looked to me that tiredness was becoming a real issue. And so if we look at our recent run of fixtures since you were last here, I'm getting a sense that things are not going too well on the pitch, and we may be about to suffer a period where things do not go very well. And so it's really important that we win against Alanyaspor again. We should be winning in the Champions League, and then we have a good result against Liverpool. I'll be prepared to accept a win against Alanyaspor and a draw against Liverpool, because we have some better fixtures coming up in December, even though in December they are still coming thick and fast. In the Champions League, we are doing very well. We have played 4, we've won 3 and drawn 1. We are sitting in third position. We have a very good goal difference. We are joint top in terms of goal difference with Arsenal, and so things are looking very good at the moment for a top 8 finish. We have some very difficult games though to come in the Champions League, and Alanyaspor will represent the last, I think, of the very easy games. Although Slavia Prague may not present too many problems, we then have to play Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, and those are going to be much tougher fixtures at the end of the campaign. We have suffered with a lot of injuries during the period that you were away, and this has caused problems for us in terms of rotating the squad. And our current injury situation is not too bad. We have Belmonte out at the moment. He's only expected to be out for a day or two, but we have also Hosoya out. He has a gashed upper leg. He's likely to be out for a week, maybe 2 weeks. And so It isn't too bad at the moment, but we have been suffering as the season has progressed. But hopefully, if we can avoid injuries, the month of December might prove to be a better month than November was. But today we're going to get straight into it. We are going to focus on the 2 games that we have, and that begins with an away trip to Alanyaspor in the Champions League. I feel very good about this game. I think we should win this game quite comfortably. Let's go and kick some balls. And so the team for today against Alanyaspor in the Champions League is Götz in goal, with Muntean, Lee, Silva and Allen at the back, Sutherland, Fortes and Zaprapoulis in midfield, with Puk, Neal and Wilden up front. We have been resting Wilden of late, and I'm hoping that he returns to form. He has scored in one of his previous games of late, but he hasn't been at his best. I'm hoping that he's going to come back into some really decent form now. And I think, I'm going to say we're on a good run. We're doing well. Let's go and keep that going. This is a team that we should be beating. And we shouldn't go into this game feeling afraid, feeling nervous. That we should go into this game expecting to dominate, expecting to win. We are playing attacking this today. And I'm not quite sure that that is the right thing to do. But we are going for it early on. We do have a chance of overcoming Celtic and going top if we get a really good result here today. And here is Jay Neal. Jay Neal tries a curler and it goes over the top. At the moment, we are not scoring a lot of goals. It is a little strange that we're just not able to score goals at the moment. We've been in such good form over the last couple of months to put us in the positions that we find ourselves in both Champions League and the Premier League. And I'm finding it really strange that we just don't seem to be able to score any goals. That's why I've made this decision to go attacking today to see if we can score a goal or two. And here is Wilden. Wilden finds Zaprapoulis. Zaprapoulis bursting into the box. What a chance. It's saved by the goalkeeper. And we still can't seem to put the ball in the back of the net. And I have had John Allen playing as the attacking midfield, and he did score on one occasion, playing as the attacking mid. And we might have to do more of that, and that was pretty shocking from Wilden as he just allowed the ball to be taken off him. We are clearly suffering from tiredness here, and I'm going to shout, I want more from them. We need to work harder. We need to actually get more out of these players. They're not playing very well. They're playing lazily, and their passing is poor. We need more from them. They need to put in a shift, and if they put in a shift, we'll get a result. If they play lazily like this, we won't. And there's a ball into the box. We still can't get that ball into the back of the net. We should be hammering them at this point. We are actually dominating the game. We just can't seem to get the ball in the back of the net. Typical story for this Norwich team. Typical story for the teams any team that I seem to manage. We go into these periods where we just cannot find the back of the net no matter what we do, and we're still trying to get the ball into the area. Jay Neal with a first time cross. There's a chance and it goes just wide again. And I wonder, are they playing with a low block? I wonder, is that what the problem is, and that perhaps we need to pull our lines back? And I think just before half-time, that's what we're going to do. We're going to just try and draw them out a little bit. We'll go into a mid-block, try to draw them out, see if we can free up some space behind. Because at the moment, I will be telling the boys at half-time, I am really not happy about what you're doing. And we should be absolutely destroying this team, but we're not. And again, we've lost the ball. They're taking the ball off us. I think what I might do is fire them up a little bit. Try to get them to get a bit more passion into them and see how they respond to that. And here's a ball into space, and Jay Neal's in, and Jay Neal has put it past the post. It doesn't seem to matter what we do. We just cannot find the back of the net. And I'm going to be telling these players that what they're doing today is not acceptable. And they really need to shape up. And if we don't, then this is not looking good in the Champions League. and I'm going to say this isn't good enough. It's absolutely terrible. It's dreadful, and I will tell the attackers, you have not been good enough in front of goal, like it or not. But they are fired up by that, so hopefully. We've had 14 shots and 2 on target again. And this is always what happens to me, is that we still create chances. We create tons of chances, but we just can't get any on target. But here's Zapropoulos. Is this going to be the opening goal? Zapropoulos has hit the post. We're not going to get a goal today. I can see it. And Muntin driving into the box. Can Muntin find a man? No, he can't. It comes out to John Allen, and we cannot find a way through. What I'm going to do is lower the lines even more. And see, I don't want a standard line. We'll push up. We'll lower the lines even more and see if we can pull them out. We just really are struggling to pull them out. Players are playing really badly. Fortes is having an absolute nightmare. I think I'm going to make some changes. So I have made some changes, and hopefully these fresh legs on the pitch will help us to achieve our goals. And here's one of them, Matic, with a cross into the box, and it's saved again by the goalkeeper. I don't think we are going to get anything out of this game. As I said in the intro to this, even though you're confident, you're 10 times better than the opposition, you just don't know what FM is going to do. And it's decided that this is not a victory today. But Pook is racing into the box, and Mlati has put it in, but I think he's offside. He was a long way offside. We're not celebrating that one here on the bench, as I know he was offside there. This is not going to be our day. And I am going to absolutely berate this team in a minute, and I don't know what else I can do. I really don't know what else I can do. We're on attacking mentality. I can only go to very attacking now because we've got to get a goal, and I'm going to berate the team because this is not good enough. We have had all the play, all the possession. We've had 70% of the possession. We've had 20 shots. And we just can't seem to do anything. And I'm really, really angry with this team. And there's a header off the line. It's just not going to happen. And here is Jerusu, who's playing in midfield now. This is how difficult it is to rotate the team. Left back playing in central midfield, and he doesn't know what to do there. And here's Lee. Lee finds Silva. Somebody do something. And it's bobbling about there. It's all over the place. We are all over the place. And the only thing I can think of is to go a little bit wider, start playing a little bit wider, see if we can open them up that way. This is absolutely dreadful, absolutely dreadful. You just never know what FM has got planned. And it does seem that no matter what I try, it just doesn't work. And people do say that you can change the script by your instructions. But he's miles offside again. Malati is miles offside again. That won't count either. No matter what we're doing, it isn't going to be our day. I might as well go to the bar now and drown my sorrows because there's no point in watching anymore. We are not going to get a goal. And it's another one disallowed. 21 shots, 3 on target. And that is what the game does to me when it doesn't want me to win. And it doesn't. This game needs to be sorted out. This game has to be sorted out. This does not happen in real life. And I'm really angry about it. This is really silly now. The game does get very, very silly. I keep changing things, but no matter what I do, it's not working. We are 10 times better than this team. We are now very attacking. I can't throw any more players up the pitch than I actually have. And it doesn't seem to matter what I do. It doesn't matter. But they have made an error. Are we going to get one late on? Are we going to get one right at the death? What a chance, and we have got one at the death. J. Neal is not offside this time. I'm still angry with the game. It just does not happen. There's stop this nonsense of shots and shots on target. A team who has 22 shots during a game does not struggle to win the game. They will struggle to win the game when they cannot get shots away. That is when they'll struggle to win the game, and not when they're getting tons of shots and they're firing them into rosette all the time. This game makes me very angry sometimes, but we have won. I'm going to tell them that I think we got away with it. We got away with that today. But we have won, and we've got to accept that. Liverpool now will be very different. I don't expect now to win against Liverpool. We're still in third, but hopefully it's enough with 3 games left that we might finish in the top 8. If we have to play in the playoffs as well, I think I might as well throw it, because it's just an extra couple of games that we really can't do. I have to rest the players now, and we will come right back. We have to go and get ready for the game against Liverpool. As you can tell, I'm not very happy. I have to try and somehow calm myself down and hope that we play a lot better against Liverpool. I don't think we will. I think we are going to get hammered against Liverpool. There is a storm about to happen, and this could be where it begins. We'll be right back. And just before we go to the game, suddenly out of nowhere, we do seem to have a lot of wanted players again. Reguan, Allen, Belmonte, Zapropoulos, Puk, Wilden, Zakarioka, McSweeney, Lee, Andre Girousseau. We have a lot of wanted players again. And I have been thinking that this probably is a squad that's come to the end of its ability, that it's not going to get any better. And so maybe selling players like the likes of Puk or Wilden might be a good idea. Raise some cash, get some good players in instead. I don't know. I think I have to think very strongly about it. I think this squad has reached its level and we have to develop it now. They're not going to get any better. So we'll see what happens in the winter transfer window. And I think if we have offers for players, we might take them. And so I was looking through the Liverpool team just now, and I wish that I could afford to buy players like Liverpool have, like Chelsea have, like Tottenham have. But it does make me wonder, why are these teams so low in the league? Why are Liverpool 10th in the league? Why were Chelsea 11th in the league when we played them? But it is what it is. So the team for today is Götze in goal, with Kamara, Muntin, Reguan and Allen at the back. Belmonte, Fortes and Zapropoulos in midfield, with Puk, Kitambala and Wilden up front. I really don't think we can get anything out of this game. I think we've gone as far as we can in this save. We have to change this team dramatically, and if we don't do that, we're not going to get any further than we've achieved. I think it's really I can't understand why these teams like Liverpool, Chelsea, Tottenham are so far down in the league. And I don't want to say I want to be impressed today, go out and put on a show. I guess there's not much in terms of options here. I want to try and motivate them a little bit rather than demand stuff of them. So I'm just going to say I've got faith in you. Let's go out there and play this game. My sense of pessimism in this game is tremendously high at the moment. We are not in very good form, and we do have an injury already, and this is not good. He might be able to play through it, though. We have Puk injured again. Puk is one of those that it is possible that I would consider selling. He seems to get injuries every other week, and that's not good enough now. And we're trying to get the ball into the box, but we can't, and we have got it back. Well done, whoever that was. I didn't see the name. And Zapropoulos is in. Zapropoulos has scored. And I think we've gone a goal ahead. I don't think that's offside. I think we have gone a goal ahead against Liverpool. And we are playing this low block system. We're not pressing. We're not going to we're not going to press in any way. We're not really attacking. We're just playing in a balanced way. We're going to hold our shape and frustrate Liverpool, and we have taken the lead. It does seem to work, this system, to a degree. It doesn't score us tons of goals, but it works to a degree, and that's all we need in these big games, closing down the opposition. And maybe that's why these big teams are actually struggling, because teams like us are forcing them to take pot shots from long range. We're stopping them being creative. And maybe it is because we're shutting up shop that they're struggling. And other teams like us, like Bournemouth and Brighton and Sunderland, are actually preventing them from playing. And when we don't close down like this, they're not able to burst past us. And we're forcing them sometimes to go backwards because we're not committing ourselves. That's what I think is happening. We have to be aware that they are very good on the counter-attack, and that we have to be careful that our line is in the right place. But we're playing with a standard line. Puk is struggling out on that left wing, and he's going to gift a goal to Liverpool. I think we have to get Puk off the pitch. I think we need to do that. And so we have moved Zapropoulos over to the left wing, and we've had to bring Matic on the right wing, and hopefully that will do. For a moment I thought that we didn't have anyone on the bench because of our injury situation. I thought we didn't have anyone on the bench who could come on and play as the left wing, but Zapropoulos of course can play on the left. And Liverpool, as we would expect, are dominating possession because we are just allowing them to come at us. But one of the things that we have to do is make sure that their shooting is not happening inside the box, and they are getting inside the box. And maybe I think I need to push the line up. We need to make sure they're not allowed into the box. And it is now 1-1. And we have been having problems. Liverpool have managed to break this defensive line of ours, our low block. Liverpool have broken it, and it is now 1-1. Götze is another player in this team that I would think about selling. He's been very poor of late, and you don't expect your goalkeeper to be very poor in the Premier League. He's had 3-4 really bad games, and in one of the last couple of games he was a 5.8. This is not acceptable from the goalkeeper, and he may well be out the door, Götze. There are plenty of good goalkeepers about. My scouts have found some very good Brazilian goalkeepers, and I think I need to be shouting at these boys now. I need to fire them up a little bit. Let's get back into this game. Things are not going very well at the moment. Maybe we need to be looking to be a little bit more aggressive against Liverpool. They are in 10th. Maybe I'm giving them far too much credence here, far too much respect. So maybe in the second half we might need to think about doing a little bit more in terms of attacking. We have had a good number of attacks. I think we dominated the game early on and have allowed Liverpool to dictate play since we scored. But at the moment it's still 1-1. We need to hold on doing this till half-time. We can't. And Liverpool have scored. They are so much better than us in terms of the players they have on the pitch. I would swap my players for theirs any day of the week, because they're all 4.5, 5-star players, which is why I really don't understand why they are where they are in the league. They will, of course, now they've beaten us, start climbing up the league. But we're not beaten yet, and we just need to regroup at half-time. And I will be telling the boys I'm not very happy. What was that? Get your act together. I'm going to change the tactic. We're going to go positive, and we are going to attack them now. We've got nothing to lose, and we will go into a much more attacking system. We're going to up the tempo, try and take Liverpool by surprise. Take these off. We don't want them anymore. We will, in transition, we're going to press them now, counter press. We're not going to slow it down now. We should have lots of energy left, and we're going to press them high. And we will trigger press more often. We're going to try and surprise Liverpool. It may cost us more goals. Who knows? But we have to attack. Liverpool were looking very, very dangerous in the second half of that first half, and so we have to go at them now, and we have to try and make a game of this. I'm going to fire them up again, see if we can get something out of this game. A draw will be good. I always said that a draw away at Liverpool would be good, but to lose against Liverpool, well, it won't be the end of the world. We're still in third, but I don't see this team as doing anything special from here on in. They're not good enough, and third, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th in the table is where we're at. And unless we make dramatic changes to this team, it's not going to get any better. I need to make some changes. And so we have made our changes. Who knows? We're still matching Liverpool. They're not streets ahead of us. We're still getting shots away. We're going to go attacking now, see if we can't get a point out of this game. Liverpool are absolutely exhausted. We have to go attacking. We already have one fullback on attack. Let's get the other one on attack. Let's try and get something out of this game. We should be fitter than Liverpool. They are looking a lot more tired. We rested our players in the first half, so we should be able to take them on. But I don't think we're going to get anything out of that. I'm not too disappointed about this game. We're not ever likely to win the Premier League. And I still think my best chance in the Ferguson save of meeting the expectations would be to get into the Europa League. So Europa League, I hope the end of this season will mean that we do have a chance of winning that. We need to take the ball off Liverpool. We're not doing it, and we need to be much more aggressive. We need to get in their face. We need to win this ball. We have won it. And here is Muntin to McSweeney, Reguan. It's not going to happen. We're not doing well enough. Here's Sutherland over the top. Jay Neal, the man in form. Can he get an equaliser here? No, he can't. Of course it wasn't going to happen. And it's not going to be our day. It's been a poor episode. We have not played well at all. I suspected that this was on the cards. We have to make changes in the winter transfer window. We can't go on playing like this. And I'm going to say we weren't good enough. The assistant wanted to say we're proud of your efforts. But at the end of the day, we are not good enough. And they are going to start piling up behind us now, all these other teams, and I think we're facing something really serious. We have Clark Pook is injured now again for 2 to 3 weeks. He's constantly injured. He has to be on my goodbye list. We're going to have a very, very busy time during December, and we'll come back probably for the Chelsea and Wolves game at the beginning of January. We'll have news on the transfer window, hopefully. If anything is going to happen, it will happen probably then. We'll have at least news of what is likely. So I will play through the whole month of December, and I'm not looking forward to it. I think that our dreams are going downhill. We've started well in this save, and it's suddenly now starting to fade. This squad is not good enough. And that's it for this episode. If you are brand new to the channel, you like FM content, and you love to see people like me suffer playing this game, then why not? Subscribe, like, watch, comment, help the channel to grow. Help us to support the British Heart Foundation. I'm not very happy at the moment. I'm not very happy with the game. I'm not very happy with my squad. I'm not very happy with myself. I'm not very happy at all. But hopefully the month of December, where we're playing teams like Blackburn, Leicester, West Ham, Leeds, Wigan, will recover. Who knows? All that remains to be said now. See you in the next episode.